So if you're just given some data like I am here, I'm giving Q, P, R, R, T plus a whole series of data, and I want to find the frequency and relative frequency, and then maybe make a bar chart or something. You'll have to count these yourself, but what you can do is use the count function. So count if, then select the range. So I'm going to highlight this whole range here. And I've highlighted all the way down to the bottom, and then scroll back up to the top, comma. What's the criteria? And now I'm trying to find like letters. So this is Q. So I use quotations and then capital Q, quotations, and then the end of the parenthesis. Should count how many Q's there are. 23. All right, I'm going to do that. I do the same. Equals count if, same range here. Highlight down all the way to where it ends. And then comma P. Like that. Same thing. You probably can highlight and do it quicker. I'm just going to keep doing this. The range. RR. And then the last one. T plus. Alright, and then I can actually just sum those up for the total, because I'll need that for the relative frequency. Alright, also I can match that number up by using another count, equals count, and then you do A. See, it says counts the number of cells that are not empty. So basically we're going to count all these cells that are not empty. You can also do, some math subtraction of the stuff, but if you're like that, 50. Alright, so now I know I got them all, right? Alright, then I'm going to do relative frequency. Remember how that goes? It's equals to this divided by the total, and the total is going to have a $sign, and then I just bring down, center, go to number here. It's below, or format cells, excuse me, it's below the picture, but format cells. Then go to number, and however many decimals, I usually do 4, because that's what they want usually, and there we go, relative frequency of these values. Alright, now we'll look at creating the bar chart with the frequency and relative frequency. It's pretty basic, just highlight what you want, and put them in on the left will be the first one, and the right will be the second one. So here's the first, and then I'll control and highlight again. And then what I do is insert, column. Column basically means the up and down, right, versus the bar over there going left and right, and then usually do this top one. Alright, then it gives me my frequency. Basically my frequency bar graph here. Then what we can do is, if we need to name it or do anything more, you can go into, they have layout. 1 second. So up at the chart tools, layout. Then you can do the axis titles, like the horizontal axis, which is down here. What we can do is say that that's the categories. That's what I had them labeled as. And then if you want to do the vertical axis, maybe rotated, I don't know, numbers for right now, that don't really have much meaning here. Okay, and then there it is. That's what it will look like for Q, P, R, R, T plus, and it went in the order that I had them in, so it depends on what order you have them in. So that's the frequency, and basically you do the same thing for the relative frequency. So let's delete that and do that then quickly. Highlight, control highlight, insert, column, graph, and then here's the relative frequency. So that's what the relative frequency graph look like. Again, you can go and put the titles in here if you'd like, but that will help you get the graphs for the homework questions. Well, hopefully that will help you when you're given the data all the way to the bar charts.